Alright, so I am going to talk about a team in this video that I don't often talk about on this channel. I have maybe 1 or 2 videos on this YouTube channel talking about them, but if you don't know, I'm referring to the Dallas Cowboys. And once again, I haven't talked about them much, and that's because they haven't really given me much of a reason to talk about them. They've been painfully mediocre for God knows how long, and even when they make the playoffs, they shit their pants in the first fucking round. They shit their pants in the wild card every single time. Dak Prescott always has some horrendous performance, or he makes a blunderous game-ending mistake. And it's not like I'm all trying to put it all on Dak, right? McCarthy wasn't the greatest coach, and that's why he's gone. And now I forgot whatever the fuck his name is. Whatever his name is, guy Schottenheimer. I don't even know his first name, but he's he I think was the son of Marty Schottenheimer, and I don't get it. I don't get that hire. It's one of the stupidest hires of this offseason. It really doesn't make any sense, and I don't know what exactly they owe him. I don't know what they were thinking when they were hiring that guy. I just don't think he's going to be very good, and I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, because when you look at their schedule, it's painfully difficult, especially the mid-season. When you go sort of a couple of weeks down, they face in a row the Raiders, the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Lions, the Vikings, and the Chargers. Can you see them winning more than 2 of those games? Probably not. And then early on, they face the Eagles in the first game. Then they got the Giants, who that's a free win. Let's be honest. Whoever they have a quarterback, doesn't matter. And then they face so they're like going to be 1-1 because they're probably going to lose to the Eagles. And then they play the Bears. And this one, to me, honestly, is a toss-up, because the Cowboys could really be inept enough to lose to Chicago, but let's be honest, Chicago is trotting Caleb Williams out there, so there's no way against a solid defense like the Cowboys that Caleb Williams is going to perform well. So that they'll probably be 2-1. So yeah, they're 2-1 in 3 weeks, right? You got a Week 4 Packers, they're probably going to lose. That's 2-2. Then let's say they beat the Jets, they're 3-2. Panthers 4-2. And the Commanders, so they're 4-3. Broncos 4-4. Cardinals 5-4. Raiders, 6-4. And then here comes all the losses. 6-4. Eagles, another loss. 6-5. Chiefs, another loss. 6-6. Lions, another loss. 6-7. Vikings. You know what? We'll give them a win. What are they? 7-something. 7-7. I don't even know at this point. Can't even keep track. Chargers lost 7-8. Commanders lost, so they're already out of the playoffs. They're going to win like 8 games, because their last part of the season is incredibly hard. And Dak Prescott, always sort of inconsistent, where he plays really good against certain teams, and there's teams he just simply does not like playing, and plays very poorly against those said teams. That needs to be worked out immediately. He needs to find some consistency in his game. And he needs to play well and step up, and play well in the games that matter the most, which the last 8-9 weeks of the season, he's going to need to become the best version of Dak Prescott possible. I mean, the guy's getting paid $50 million fucking dollars, right? You would expect him to have some sort of clutch gene and some sort of ability in prime time under pressure, correct? But the guy just doesn't have it, apparently. And I don't know why, Jerry Jones is throwing all that fucking money at Dak, man, because I'm not trying to say Dak Prescott is a terrible quarterback, right? I don't even think he's bad. I don't even think he's below average. I think he's an average, serviceable, starting caliber quarterback in this league. That's honest to God what I believe Dak Prescott is. He's a solid starting quarterback. You'll never win the Super Bowl with Dak Prescott as your quarterback because of his inconsistency and sometimes his just erratic play on the field. But he's going to win you certain games. He's going to lose you, certain games, and that's not something that you want, especially, from quote-unquote America's team, from the Dallas Cowboys, the most famous team in the NFL, correct? The most known and basically most watched team other than the Kansas City Chiefs, correct? And have an inconsistent quarterback must be very frustrating. And there's a lot of people the past 2 or 3 years that have been sort of pining and begging Dallas and Jerry Jones to move on immediately from the Dak Prescott experience, because they quite simply cannot bear it anymore. I've watched some YouTubers that are big Dallas Cowboy fans just have total meltdowns because of the just simply ineptitude of Dak Prescott in a high pressure situation. I mean, especially after that one playoff game where he slid and then the time ran out. There was so many videos, so many hilarious rants, and just, breakdowns from Cowboys fans. They could not stand Dak Prescott after that game. They couldn't believe he would do something as stupid as that. And there's other games as well you can point to and say, well, he screwed the pooch in this one as well. And it just, watching, the Cowboys fans online, just go bonkers, go absolutely berserk and completely insane over Dak Prescott's anti-clutchness is very funny in my opinion. So I have some YouTubers that I have on the fucking watch list this year. I cannot fucking wait for that mid-season stretch where they play the Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, and Vikings in a row, and they lose all 4 of those games. I cannot fucking wait. It is going... I'm not trying to say I hope they lose, but they're probably going to lose, and that's why I'm saying this. Correct? There's no way on God's green earth that they win any of those games. Well, maybe they beat the Vikings, but I don't know. J.J. McCarthy, I think he's going to be a scrub in the NFL, but he's probably going to be a beast because I'm saying that, because he plays in a Kevin O'Connell offense. And I'm not going to accuse him of being a system quarterback because that's simply put not something I believe in very much. I don't think a system quarterback is a real thing. I believe that, coaches and players can make a quarterback look better than they really are, but I'm not a believer that, okay, well, the system's just carrying him. Oh, just you wait till he goes to this team and he's a scrub. I don't believe that. I don't think that's the case at all. It's all about situation and coaching in the NFL. It's not really much about system. And obviously, J.J. McCarthy has good support over there in Minnesota, having, Justin Jefferson, having Jordan Addison, having, who do they have? They have Aaron. I think they have Aaron Jones as well. Do they? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know who they have. They have a good running back, though. And they have a good defense. And they have T.J. Hawkins as well, and a great offensive line, correct? So he's walking into a good situation over there. But back to Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. They're on paper, they have a good receiving core, correct? They have a decent depth just in case some guys go down. And their offensive line looks great. The right side could be some problems because that one fucking dude, the right tackle, is horrific. And we will see if he is any good this year, or if not, he'll probably end up getting benched or something. Who knows at that point? Their defense, once again, on paper, does look pretty good. Any defense with Micah Parsons on it is probably going to be a pretty good defensive unit, to say the very least. The problem with this team, once again, has always been consistency. Can they put it all together? And the answer has always been no to that question. They've never actually been able to sustain a high level of play, and that must be the most just irritating, frustrating thing in the entire world for Dallas Cowboys fans. Knowing that your team has all these, big names and, all these weapons. They have CeeDee Lamb, they have George Pickens now, they have Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs on D. I mean, they have all these star, borderline superstar caliber players on your team, and every single year they don't meet the expectation of that season. They don't perform as well as they should, and I'm expecting the exact same thing. I'm expecting anywhere between 6 and 9 wins and missing the playoffs. I do not believe the Dallas Cowboys make the playoffs this year. And as I said in my bold predictions video I made a month ago, I don't even remember when I made that. I'm having some memory loss here. I'm sick in the fucking head. But regardless of that, man, all the shenanigans I've said in this video, man, I can't see the Cowboys making the playoffs, right? I can't see them making the playoffs in this season. It's just not a possibility, in my opinion. When you have all those star players and all the expectations, sometimes it gets to you. And for the Cowboys, it tends to get to them. It gets in their head because they have people putting pressure on them. They have the media putting pressure on them. And once again, as I said in my bold predictions video, I think this is Dak Prescott's final year in Dallas. I think this could potentially be the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, I don't know what Dak Prescott's next team is going to be, if he's going to have a next team. I'm assuming he does because he's a good enough quarterback, unless he totally just looks like a complete fucking dumpster juice, water, trash, garbage in this season. He's probably going to start for another team. But I think this is where patience officially runs thin for Cowboys fans. I mean, they've been waiting for such a long time for Dak to really, really have a great season where he's leading his team to sustained success. It's not happened yet. And I mean, with the addition of George Pickens, right? I think that might be Jerry Jones' way of saying, okay, you're going to prove that you're going to earn this contract. But the problem is, right, I think Dak has a huge, he's earning 50-something million a year. You can't move that contract. So essentially, if he sucks this year or gets hurt again, you're stuck with Dak Prescott. You can't go out and get any other quarterback because you can't rationalize getting any other quarterback. You can't rationalize drafting a quarterback in the first round because you're just wasting a pick because Dak Prescott's still the quarterback. He's the man getting paid all of the money in this situation. You have to build around him. You can't build it to replace him. That doesn't really make much sense, and it's a logical strategy. And you sort of backed yourself up into a corner if you're the Dallas Cowboys here. It's Dak or die, essentially. And that's what it is. That's how it really is. It's Dak or die. They don't have anybody else. They have Joe Milton, who has potential to be a good quarterback in the NFL, but is not going to see the field. He's not going to see the field. And is he going to be the franchise savior? Probably not. Jerry Jones obviously traded for him, correct, in the offseason, because he wanted a competent backup, and Milton looked, more than competent in his one start last season, where he actually looked pretty damn good throwing to every level of the field. He looked actually like an NFL quarterback in that game. I was very impressed. I wasn't really too high on him. I did say that if he goes to the right situation with the right coaches and sort of the right team, there's a chance he can become a franchise quarterback. But it's a long shot, right? You don't know. He's sort of he's a bit inconsistent at times, Milton is, but if he can put it all together, he can be a good quarterback. But regardless of Joe Milton, Dak Prescott is still the quarterback for this team. He's still got to earn his money. He's got to earn his keep around those parts in Dallas, and I don't know if he can do that. Once again, it must be frustrating to be a Cowboys fan because you must be putting so much pressure on the team every single year because you're the Dallas Cowboys. You don't expect to go into a season winning 7, 6, 8 games. That's not something that you want. You want to see your team win because you're the damn Dallas Cowboys, the most historic franchise in the NFL today. And you want to see them win, but they never do it. They never match the expectation that's set. So maybe the expectation this year should be lowered. Just my opinion, you shouldn't be expecting 13 fucking wins and make the Super Bowl. Maybe you should expect 9 wins, and you barely missed the playoffs. It's not something you would probably end up being happy about because you missed the playoffs and you're not playing playoff football where it matters the most, correct? And you have no chance of winning the Super Bowl, but I mean, at least you had a decent season and probably beat some decent teams. But once again, every fan base looks forward to the season. The Cowboys fans are looking forward to the season, but they're probably very cautiously optimistic because they had that Schottenheimer guy as their coach who was just a complete fucking random. He's an unknown. He's not qualified to be a head coach, and I think the Cowboys are probably going to find that out the hard way, man. And honestly, my prediction for the Cowboys is missing the playoffs. They're probably going to win 8, 9 games and miss the playoffs. So once again, a team I don't make too many videos on, but I decided I wanted to make a video on the Dallas Cowboys. Thank you all for watching. This has been Mr. Truth, and this was nothing but the truth.